Some beneficiaries of the Empire scheme on Monday morning protested at the Public Service Institute, Kubwa, Abuja, Nigeria's capital, over unpaid allowances. The protesters are demanding payment of their outstanding 3 months stipend and feeding allowances owed by the management of the scheme. Each beneficiary of the scheme is paid 42,000 naira feeding allowance per month and 10,000 naira stipend for the same period. According to one of the protesters, Michael Bright, who spoke with our top source, they have yet to be paid their feeding allowance for December, a situation he says has left many of them hungry and sick. He said, "We are being treated as slaves here. It is like the government brought us from different states to this camp in Abuja to starve us to death. We have been enduring hunger since we got to this place. We cannot take it anymore, and that is why we protested today. Something urgent has to be done." Our top source further learned that activities at the institute were paralyzed on Monday as a result of the demonstration by the aggrieved Empire beneficiaries. Though an official who later addressed them promised that their allowances will be paid before the end of this week, the protesters vowed to shun lecture rooms at the institute until the matter was resolved. Beneficiaries of Empire's Batch C Stream 1 from states in the north-central region of Nigeria are camped at the Public Service Institute in Kubwa. The present set resumed at the camp on November 3rd and are expected to vacate on December 20th. However, no communication on what will happen next after that date had been relayed to the beneficiaries. Our top source gathered, the Empire scheme is under the supervision of the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. Since its creation by President Buhari in June 2016 to address youth unemployment and help increase social development in the country, the scheme has been dogged by many scandals and has failed to live up to its billing. My viewers at home, what's your take, what's your responses to this as Empire beneficiaries protest in Abuja over unpaid allowances? And according to our top source, the protesters are demanding payment of their outstanding 3 months stipend and feeding allowances owed by the management of the scheme. All right, my viewers at home, that's all we can take for now. Ensure you drop your reaction in the comment section, and we shall do justice to your reaction. Yes, talking about the Empire program, yes, which started in 2016, as we just reported, where a first batch of 200,000 were earlier admitted, and a second batch of 300,000 were added to the earlier batch of 200,000, making it a total of 500,000 beneficiaries that were admitted into the Empire program. Meanwhile, the first batch of 200,000 were given devices, yes, while the second batch of 300,000 were not given devices. According to the federal government, because of the present economic, meltdown, they were unable to give devices to the second batch of 300,000. And also to the both batches, were later disengaged, yes, on June, July last year, which is year 2020, yes. And since then, there have been raging war between the 500,000 disengaged Empire beneficiaries and the management of the scheme, which is the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. Regarding the empowerment of these 500,000 disengaged beneficiaries of the scheme. And they were earlier promised that they will be, enhanced after their disengagement, but till date, nothing has been done. And just the batch C that came on board now, they have started raging a war between the same management that the first and second batch of the scheme, which is batches A and B, area also engaged in war with the management of the scheme, headed by Sadiama Farouk, yes, who is the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. My viewers, so what's your take? What's your responses to these agitations or to these protests, by Empower beneficiaries, yes, of batches A, B, and C, yes. Now, the batch C have started protests regarding their, feeding allowances and also over unpaid, stipends, yes, over unpaid stipends and feeding allowances owed by the management of the scheme. So that is it. All right, we shall be doing justice to your reactions at the moment, and we pray that the needful will be done regarding the allowances of this batch C, Empower volunteers of the scheme. All right, my viewers at home, we'll be looking at, the first, reaction here from Hope C. Hope C says, even the NTH are yet to be paid October and November stipends. Say, even the NTH are yet to be paid October and November stipends. That's according to Hope C. Then Hope C comment has one reply, and the reply is from a professor, yes. And the professor says that Empire is a scheme. I beg your pardon. He says Empire is a scam. Madam Disaster has traveled abroad to put to bed using Empire money. This country now, wow. Okay. Then under reaction again. Under reaction from. All right, my viewers, so what's your reply to Professor, reaction to Hope C comment saying that Empire is a scheme? Madam Disaster has traveled abroad to put to bed using Empire money. This country now, wow. Okay, please drop your reaction to Professor 2 comment here. Okay. Then I also have a reaction here from Vincent Paul. Vincent Paul says, you people better channel your strength to farming and waiting for stipend. All right, my viewers, I told this all we can take for now. Ensure you subscribe to our channel, make this report very spread this report to other news platforms. Thanks and God bless, and bye for now.